What up, everybody? So glad you're here. It's Mofield with the flow back in your ears. Oh yeah. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I gotta get a couple of guys each time, but I want to make a special shout out to Michael Firestone and David Diaz. Thank you guys for watching my stuff. You guys have been consistent. I can't thank you enough. And, help me push my channel out to people, man. That would be really cool. I really appreciate you guys more than you know. And another thing, I really don't want to fail you guys because I really care about people who support my channel. Like, it really means a lot to me. So I want you to understand that I'm going to try to work hard for you guys. Not necessarily want to work hard, but when you work hard, it's got a lot of reward to it. And Jack Jones made a comment asking me, what about my crazy ex? What happened? What's the details with that? Like, she's not in any of my videos, but I'll tell you just because you're wondering. I know David Diaz is scared shitless of her just like me. I'm just kidding, I'm not scared of her. Yeah, there's nothing to be scared about. Okay, here's what happened. I met this girl, she was amazing, she's really smart, she's really beautiful. She helped me get plugged into the culture because I was kind of intimidated moving into a third world country. Living overseas, like, that's really intimidating. I'm not the type of person to be wired for that. So she seemed amazing and all that, and then as we were together, I kind of got sucked into this really unhealthy situation, and I kept finding her lying. She was just lying all the time. Lying. And I was a fool for being with her for like a year. It turned out there were a lot of things that came out. Like, one of my best friends from California who I knew, she stole 400,000 pesos, which is 8,000 US dollars, from him. She took off on me, started cheating on me. And then I've had 2 ex-boyfriends of hers call me who hated my guts and wanted me killed because of the things she was saying, and they were both calling me asking me for help. One of which she put in jail, and the second guy she stole another 400,000 pesos from. She tried filing a case from me with all these stupid lies, asking for 400,000 pesos, saying that I owed her that. Like, come on. So she's obviously just a troublemaker. She's like a pathological liar, no question about it, and there's no way somebody can cause those kind of issues in people's lives without being mentally ill. I mean, the girl is absolutely crazy. That's why I call her my crazy ex. So, but this is really the last time I want to talk about her because it's been so long now and she's not worth the time of me talking about. So I just wanted to let you guys know the story on that so you guys won't wonder about it. So let's move on and go on to greener pastures. That sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, so anyway, now you got the scoop on that. She's a crazy bitch. Yeah, but man, yesterday I tried so hard to stream live and I was trying to get my work done. So anyway, I hope you guys like this podcast. Let me know what you think. Now keep in mind, I want to always bring up things that will challenge your way of thinking. And I love to teach and I also love to learn. So please leave comments. Let me know what you guys think of what I said because it is kind of on the line of too much or maybe things that might be inappropriate for people or might even be offensive. So I'm not sure how you'll feel about it, but I'd love to hear about your thoughts. Oh, it was so frustrating yesterday. I was so excited. I just started a podcast and I tried to go live on YouTube and it wouldn't work. I have no idea if it was a glitch with YouTube or if it was the shitty Filipino net, but I just got fiber optics in the new office, so it should have worked. I don't know why, but here it is. What up, everybody? Morefield here, signing on to Morefield Mocast, bringing you latest news, opinions, philosophies, and topics with interesting people from around the world. I hope you find entertainment and challenge your way of thinking. Please visit themorefield.com for links to all social media. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my first podcast, here we go. It's October 10th, 2017. I'm sitting here with 2 of my favorite people in the world, Uncle and JR.
Yeah, good morning.
I call Uncle because he's a fucking godfather, man. He's a boss. You can see the bracelet this guy's wearing. I love this guy very much. Some of the nicest people in the world here in the Philippines. I moved here 3 years ago. Absolutely love it. And I actually ended up falling madly in love with a girl named Macy. I call her Buong Asawa. It's her nickname. It means crazy wife. And I've got her Buong uncles here sitting next to me. These guys are a lot of fun to be with. And I hang out with them quite a bit, like 3 or 4 times a week. We hang out and we drink, Filipino drinks like Tando White Coke, which is very good. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to bring up interests to me, things I like talking about, things I'm curious about, things I want to learn. I love to learn and I love to teach. And hopefully I'm good at both of them. And as I travel around the world, I'm seeing a lot of problems in the world. And today, I don't want to make my first podcast such a heavy thing or such a sensitive subject, but I felt like it was a good idea to do that. Because it's been heavy, man. It's like global violence. Like Vegas is my hometown. Las Vegas is my hometown. And some evil motherfucker came around and started shooting people. Like 58 dead. And then him, plus one, is 59 people. 500 people injured. And that's my hometown. And I know that there's got to be a ton of people going, why do things like this happen? And I want to tap into this a little bit because this is such a fresh topic around the world. You guys, you understand that, right? Global violence. Now, let's start off here with hate groups, okay? Now, everybody's got beliefs, opinions. They've got things that they believe in so strongly that they almost push their agenda into other people's laps. I wrote down some hate groups like this: Black Lives Matter, feminism, those feminist groups, LGBT, the KKK, and Antifa. Do you really think that all these groups are good? I mean, people are pushy bastards, and they push their agenda into people, their belief system. They push it, and they stand up for their rights. I mean, is it really necessary to do that? Why don't people just enjoy lives and sit back and just enjoy each other's company?
Yeah.
You know, would you hang out with the KKK if you don't believe in hating black people?
No.
Then you hang out with your own people, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that we're all called to love each other. And so if you're around people who have different beliefs, love them, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the Philippines. There's a big drug war going on right here. A bunch of drug lords are dying. So I don't want to get in trouble by saying this. I'm from California. You have to understand where I'm coming from when I say this. That I think everybody should just sit back and smoke a joint and drink a beer. You never see somebody getting in a fight who's smoking pot.
Yeah.
You smoke weed and you're just a peaceful guy. You know. But actually, the Philippines just made medical marijuana legal. You can actually go get. Did you know that, Uncle? Yeah. But I don't get these stupid groups that push their agenda on people. It's sad. It's sick. And here's the reason why I think it's sick. It is divisive. It divides others away from people. It is a division that creates people to separate themselves from others. And that's not good. Every one of these groups I just mentioned is divisive. And how can that be good to the human race? I just saw this guy. Let me look this up. I just saw this guy on Facebook. He made a comment. I belong to a private group called Cebu Foreigners Club. And he said, racism and PI. One of the reasons I like living here so much is how simple Pinoys keep it here. You're either Pinoy or you're foreigner. If you're foreigner, it doesn't matter if you're American, Japanese, Chinese, white, black, or red. You're a foreigner, or Joe for short. A lot of locals here call you Joe if you're a foreigner. What's up, Joe? I like the idea of my kids being raised here than the U.S. and being colored and gender blind. Did I say that right? I like the idea of my kids being raised here than the U.S. and being colored and gender blind. If we were back in the U.S., I would have to explain to them what is ethnic minority and being gay. Oh yeah, and they're half white. And he continued to say, but here my sons are Pinoy and hopefully proud of it. What do you think, he said. I mean, I've noticed here, man, Filipinos are not racist. Filipinos, what do you think, JR? Are you racist? How does this work here?
No, because here in the Philippines, there's no problem about the how to raise your parents. You have freedom, so you can do what you think. Not in the same in the US that you told me.
Yeah. Nobody hates each other here, right?
Here nobody hates it, and we have no hate groups here.
Yeah, hate groups don't. I wonder why. Why don't they exist here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy though. Here in the Philippines, you can hire a professional killer. You can hire a hitman for $20 to go kill somebody. And also, I'm from California, where in Pacific Beach in San Diego, these young people are so freaking stupid. Every weekend, there's so many police out there, which they should be, and there's always fights. People have ego, pride. They're everybody's a tough guy in Pacific Beach. They think they're tough. Oh yeah, they walk around with their shirts off and show off, and like they look like fucking animals in heat, you know. And there's always fights on the weekend. Here in the Philippines, I've been here 3 years, and I've not once seen one fight. You walk into a bar and stranger Filipinos, oh, come here, sit, and they'll give you beer. However, I do know this. If there is a bar fight here in the Philippines, it's a fight to the death.
Yeah.
You will get stabbed.
Yeah.
Life is cheap here. But that's kind of crazy how life is cheap here. It's easy to get killed, but you never see street fights.
No.
See, and it's really crazy. Philippines are my notes here. You're either local or you're foreign. Yeah, you're either local or you're a foreigner. There's no hatred here.
No.
It's really beautiful. And another thing that I really want to push out into society, if you think about it, there is no such thing as black people.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as white people. We are all just different shades of brown.
Yeah.
You have maybe dark brown, I have light brown,
Yeah.
and a black guy has dark brown.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is that it really shows the beauty and creational genius of God. God's an artist, and he made something so beautiful like different skin color. And what Satan did is he perverted the shit out of it and fucked everything up and created hate. Hate is horrible.
Yeah.
Anger is horrible. I know this because I've struggled with hate and anger for a long time in my life. You know, I still do. I think everybody does. Black and white people do not exist, and I want to correct that. I even want to correct that in my own life. And I was thinking about this the other day. If I stop calling somebody a black guy or a white guy, and I literally call them dark brown, and I get other people to say, oh, he's dark brown or he's light brown, I guarantee you, just by that, think about it for 5 minutes by yourself at home. Just sit there and think. If I stopped saying black guy and said dark brown, your perspective will change. It will change. It changed for me, and I wasn't even a racist. And racism is just a stupid, perverted thing. All of these groups, Black Lives Matter, feminism, LGBT, KKK, Antifa, if you all just stop, and think of everything being shades of brown, and it's just a source of anger and hatred to push onto each other, you know? Just live your life. Whatever you shove up your own ass is your business.
That is the big thing here in the Philippines, man, because we don't mind the others' business.
Yeah.
We just
You mind your business here.
yeah, you just mind your own business.
Yeah.
That's the good. Point.
And the one thing I've learned from international travel, you will always be safe as long as you keep your mouth shut, you mind your business, and be polite to everybody.
That is very important.
When I came here to the Philippines, I smiled at everybody, and I made friends very quickly.
Even as Filipino or seeing a foreigner, we always smile, even if we don't know them.
Yes, yeah. And another thing I've noticed, a lot of these Black Lives Matter, feminism, all these people, these hate groups, that at least these two that I mentioned, there's a lot of people who are fighting in the streets that seem like they're Democrats in American politics. And I'll tell you this, I'll give them this. They're opinionated, they're loudmouthed, and they fight for what they believe in. And I don't want Republicans to be like that because we're going to have twice the trouble. But it seems like it's a Democratic issue. They're causing problems. It's like, shut up, they're attacking Trump and stuff. But I wish Republicans were as supportive. I don't know, they don't seem as verbally, but then again, I don't want them to be verbally violent or aggressive. You just have to be proactive. You have to be, assertive, but not aggressive. And I think that's what people need to find out is balancing out the aggression and then being, what is the word I just said? What's that word I just said?
Being aggressive.
Aggressive and shit. That word, we're getting dead air. Oh, whatever, you heard it. I just said it a second ago. But that's exactly why all of this is exactly why I love the Philippines so much. Because there's so much love here. I love the Philippines. Don't really miss America because of all the bad attitudes and entitled people in America. But I still love America. I love Americans. I love that I'm American. I love my heritage, where I come from. And, it's crazy how people, like, I used to hate Asian people. I used to hate Asian people, and now I live in Asia. Isn't that funny? And some of my favorite people are. And why did I hate Asians? Oh, they're horrible drivers. They're stupid. Whatever I could say to slander Asian people. I needed something to hate. I needed somebody to hate because I was angry. And I've got a fucked up life. I mean, there's a story called Moorfield Story on YouTube. Look it up. It's me sitting on a white couch when I was younger in a big red room. That's my life story. And as you can understand, hopefully, watching that video, go to youtube.com/TheMoorfield. The Moorfield is always my handle for everything. TheMoorfield.com, Facebook.com/TheMoorfield. Anyway, you can see why I needed people to hate, because I was very angry and bitter. And anger and bitterness allows you forces you into an area of addiction or codependencies or unhealthy lifestyles or relationships with people. I mean, that really is definitely going to happen if you evolve your life around hate, bitterness, pain, whatever it is. I think we covered it all, man. I just really want to bring these things to light. I want people to focus on this. We got to stop hating each other. I mean, Las Vegas just got annihilated, and the pain and the suffering. Now, I heard that the shooter was, in fact, a leftist. He was a Democrat. He was a liberal, whatever it was. And he hit a cowboy country music festival. And most of the people down south, cowboys, gentlemen, they're all Republicans. Now, I say gentlemen, I don't want you guys getting all fucking sensitive and offended that I said he's a gentleman and Republican. But most cowboys will pride themselves in being a gentleman. And yes, it's true, there's a lot of Republicans, that love country music and stuff like that. It's just the way that it goes. So this guy targeted a place full of Republicans and just annihilated them. But the pain and the suffering that it caused is undescribable. And I know a lot of people personally who were affected by it, Republican or not. It doesn't matter. People still hurt. And it's not worth it because of your belief systems. I think people create mental illness for themselves because they open themselves up to hateful groups and bitterness, and they just, immerse themselves into bad ways of thinking. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Say hello, Uncle. Say goodbye.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, JR.
Hello, goodbye. See you next time.
Thanks for having us with you today, wherever you are, on your way to work, on your way from work, whatever. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was good. And please, somehow leave comments, look me up, let me know things that you'd like to hear about, things that you might be interested in. Hope you're all doing well. Much love. Peace out. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to visit themoorfield.com for links to all social media. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please stay connected. Let's grow old together. This is Moorfield signing off. Moorfield Mocast. Hope you all doing well. Much love. Peace out.